Hey y'all, Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living, teacher, coach, author, father, and holiday cheermaker, could I say? Okay, so the title to this video is a little bit weird, right? True story. And by the way, I'm gonna share this story with you. And question, what is the best holiday experience you've had, whatever tradition you connect with? What's the most painful holiday experience you have had, and what made the difference between them? So it was my very first Christmas. It was December 1969, late in December, in fact, and it was getting close to Christmas. That was what my family celebrated. My mother was a woman who loved giving, loved delighting people, and so she was really big on Christmas. She loved it, and she was, even when my family had very little money, she would get a lot of gifts, even if they were small gifts. So she loved having the tree full of gifts underneath it. And this was kind of an ordinary night, a few days before Christmas in our family, except for the Christmas tree being there. My four brothers and sisters were lined up on the sofa. They were watching TV. My father was in his easy chair and he was completely passed out, so good for my siblings, because that meant they get to watch what they wanted on TV. Now, on this night, though, my mother was kind of on the other side of the sofa, hidden from my brothers and sisters' view, because she was in the midst of wrapping presents. And she didn't want them to see, right? So she's in the middle of that. They're watching TV. My father's in his chair snoring. And have you ever had that experience where somebody who's been drunk, passed out, like suddenly wakes up and they're really disoriented? Well, this is what happened for my father. He woke up totally disoriented, and I'll stop smiling now because it wasn't funny at the time. Totally disoriented, woke up like, what's going on? Who knows what got into his head, and in that moment he looked up at the Christmas tree. And my father was like a semi-professional baseball and hockey player. He was an athletic guy and strong, and he was still, even at that point, he was in good shape. And he looked over at the tree and without hesitating bolted toward it, tackled it, and then fell over in a pile of Christmas presents. The ornaments and some of the lights had broken and cut up his face, so he's bleeding on his face. And you can picture this. Now, my four brothers and sisters of their varying ages looking over at my father, laying all the presents scattered everywhere. Our German Shepherd now is barking at him. My brothers and sisters are like, I, of course, don't remember this, and I probably didn't have a good view. I was in my crib. So when I heard my mother tell the story years later, she said it in sort of a laughing way. She had divorced my father a year later, and holidays changed after that. What didn't really change, though, was the confusion that my family felt in themselves in not knowing how to deal with their pain and discomfort and how to express love, as well as the impact of our culture's view on holidays, which is, as you know, very materialistic. So what continued in my family in holidays was this sort of forced coming together, which the pressure of that always seemed to bring out whatever was just below the surface of resentment or pain. So my childhood memory of the holidays, and for our family it was Christmas, was somebody would end up yelling at somebody else. We would play board games and somebody would leave the room crying. Somebody, by the time Christmas was over, would have left early and would not speak to anybody else for year or years or whatever time it was. That was what holidays were like. And so for me, when I got out of my family of origin, when I had something of a wake-up, my devotion became to saying, how does this work? And when there are pains and challenges, how do we heal them? How do we communicate? That's been my life's study and work. So when my daughter, about age 2, I think, 2.5, when Christmas really started to feel like something for her, and we were living in Bali, so even there the materialism wasn't as much, the commercialism wasn't as strong, and still I knew I want to make this something special, something magical. Right? Even my brother is born on Christmas Day. I've got a connection to this holiday. I want to make it gorgeous for her. And so what I'm sharing with you really is one simple tip. And I'll tell you right now, it ain't rocket surgery. You're not going to hear this and go, oh, that changes everything now that I know that. Right? Meaning, this is something you know. So my encouragement to you, though, is one, repetition leads to mastery, so it's useful to hear again. And two, in the moments throughout the holiday time when you might be tempted to get stressed, when it might feel like we should do it this way. No, my tradition says do it this way, and where are we going to eat this, and I got to get the presents this, and I got to be at this holiday, and when those kind of stresses come, as they do for a lot of folks I know, remember, it's about presence, as in our presence with each other, more than about the presents we get, or even the presents with a T that we give. I think of Michael Franti's song, Do You Love is the name of the song, and there's a great chorus. I won't try and sing it, don't worry. There's a great line in there that says, it's not about who you love, it's do you love. And whether we're with this part of the family or that part of the family, or with friends or with coworker, whoever we are with, or with ourselves this holiday season, it's about do you love, right? Not what you get, not how you follow it, the presence and the love. So if we all can remember, and we can, every time we start to contract, every time there starts to get a bit of that kind of holiday pressure to come back to perhaps the image of my father laying on the floor, having tackled the crate, he won over that Christmas tree. Right? And let that be a hopefully comical, yet also severe warning to us of how things can go when we lose presence and when we forget the real spirit of it. The spirit is love. So on that note, I hope that you have enjoyed this story. I hope that there's some inspiration for you to make this holiday season amazing for yourself, your friends, your family. And one last thing, in honor of the tradition I learned when I lived in Spain, that on your birthday, it's up to you to give presents rather than to get them. In that honor, I have shifted my online membership to be for you for this holiday season. My gift to you, $1 gets you full access for 1 month, and you can give it as a gift. There are more than 100 video lessons in there. We've got live satsang video call meetings. There's a lot in there, and you can cancel anytime, no obligation. And if you join or give it as a gift, I'll also, because I'm excited about it, I want to make the most of this holiday time for all of us, offer a 20-minute Kickstarter consultation to give a tour and help everybody get the most out of it. Enough said. Happy holy days, y'all. May the holiness of it come across in the love we have for each other. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Daniel Aaron. See you.